And we're back immediately after the last one. We're going to do another Gungeon. We got Squatchy here. Kyle's deep in the bowels of Noida. I just finished my last run and updated like my badges for subscribers. We figured out that the founders means the first 10 people to subscribe. Doesn't have to do with any other thing. We got the Manboo host. I need to change that host notification because I think I don't know why I have that candle. It's like an unused asset from Gungeon or something. I don't know. But it's not good. But thanks for the host, Manboost. Who? Manboost? It actually feels weird now. Like I used to play Gungeon back to back all the time, but it's been like quite a while since I've had the old endurance. That refractory period with Gungeon was like at least 6 hours for me. And you know why I don't jump into every new game that people are playing? Because they're so fucking temporary. Not that, like, you know, every game needs to be eternal or whatever. But, like, I remember when, like, everybody and their fucking mom was playing the hell out of Dicey Dungeons, like, 2 weeks ago. No one's playing Dicey Dungeons anymore. And everyone was like, you gotta play Dicey Dungeon, you gotta play, you have to play. It's required that you play Dicey Dungeon. Dungeons Daiso is very, 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 very important. But I, you know, like, I think Northline stopped playing it, he beat it or whatever. Everyone's deep in Noida. Dead Cells had like 1 month when it was 1 month twice, where it was like the game everyone was playing. Like, there's the it's too hard to follow the constantly shifting, the evolving new indie mega game that everyone is required to play to stay afloat. And like, I don't know, there will be a time when I play Noida, but at the same time, that time is not now. Maybe I should play Spyro, because I have it. And I don't know if I ever have played it. I think I might have played Spyro back when it was, like, initially released on the PS1. But, like, I don't know. I feel, for some reason, I feel, like, guilty downloading and not playing games if I, have spent even like $5 on them. The Humble Bundle thing, I know only like 7 cents on the dollar or whatever is going into charity, but at least like I'm not actively purchasing things and then not touching them. It's kind of just happening around me and I can try to give those away. Make Rufus a dog roll. It's true though. I've been rolling around like a dog all dang long day. I wish there was another super fun multiplayer game that we could all jump into. I would say be Borderlands, but like, I don't know. I hate Randy Pitchford so much. I hate giving that guy money. Yeah, we need to get Nate over here and overcook. I don't think my marriage can take another overcook with Jackie. What was the last thing we did? We started doing flying levels, right? Why is this door locked on the first fucking floor? You know how inappropriate that is, game? Key. Dang it. Well, shotgun's good. Yeah. Yeah, bars. Wait, hot arbs. Trying to think of an abbreviated way of saying hot air balloons. Bears. Bubs. Nope. So no keys at all on the whole floor. Sneat. Sneat, 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 sneat. I do repeat, sneat. Wait, your computer couldn't handle Overcooked? Is that what was happening? But now you got like a 2060? Mr. Red Pants, how do you do? Is it getting chills to the wills up in those hills in Colorado? Call it rills. Dang, that feels like an age ago. Snow already. Dang. Yikes, why did I reload? We had some cold, but we haven't hit the snow yet. Yeah, it feels like it's too early for it to endure. But it's like October. It's weird. The elevation, I think there are areas in Seattle or in Washington that have elevation that rivals that of the Sea Rod, but it's not. The average is much lower, I think. Like where I am is not Mount Rainier. I want the flare gun. Alright, so we need 22 more. We can do that. Yipes! Yipes on diapers. Yipers on diapers. Oh, that's cool. You know what? There are places in Amherst, the area where I went to college in Massachusetts, where if you go under like an overpass, there was still snow on the ground in July. Like it was year-round snow because of it just being permanently in shadows. And it was the fucking coolest thing in the world. I remember driving up with my family in like August one time. We're not driving up, driving around the area and like passing a place and my mom going like, is that snow on the ground in July? How are you surviving out here? It's like, no, it's just because, you know, we're in the valley of these mountains and there are areas that are in deep shadow all year round. And she didn't believe me. She thought we were in some sort of hell zone. Yeah, we actually had it good enough out here for me to wash the car and mow the lawn and do all the other guy chores. I also wash the dishes. I gotta do the laundry. It's another one of my guy chores. Yeah, that's cool. I love it. I don't know why, but I just love the idea of there being like untouchable zones. Where the sun never gets to lay her ugly, fat, shitty, ugly fingers all over this beautiful snow. Me and the sun, long-standing enemies. Eee, hee 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 hee. What? You're dead, dude. I counted all your shots. That's an important guy chore. I think the other... What are some other guy chores? Taking out the trash. That's one of mine. There's got to be more guy chores. We're not just coasting, are we? Fellas, you know what I'm saying? Certain rooms I keep clean, certain rooms Jackie keeps clean. Jackie does all of the modification and redecorating and stuff. Now, my job is clogging the toilet with my fat logs. Gross. We don't really have a lot of T-clog situations. Honestly, I just learned to flush multiple times. But, I think we have a pretty even distribution of responsibilities around the house. Jackie does do, like, I'd say about 80% of the cooking, but I literally 4 times out of 5 have to clean up the kitchen and all the dishes afterwards, so cooking is kind of like, she gets the pre, I get the post processes. That's gonna be just you. I think her friends in general like me, but it's mostly because they mostly date turds, and I'm like slightly less of a turd. I'm more of like a loose stool than the full-on sloppy turds that a lot of her friends date. So I don't have to work too hard to earn their approval. Neat! What a good gun! Wow, wow, wow! I don't like this gun very much. I don't know if we're going to make it this time. I'm probably going to just use the starter and the sharter like we've been using. She washes the dog. She cleans up the cat litter. The pets are hers, man. I told her when she got pets, it's like, pet responsibility is yours if you want to have this house be some sort of animal house, like that movie about animals in college or whatever it was about. It was really hard because the Tesla was in motion the whole time, so that's what everyone was most impressed about. Like, wow, how'd you keep up with it? I brought over food from Moses and Aaron when I came over earlier, and I just got a text from Moses that sounds almost exactly like something that Aaron would have said. It feels like she drafted in on his phone. Let me just respond. Boop boodaloo, boop boodaloo. Oh boy, I'm gonna get hit right here. Oh, boom, ba-doom, boom. I wish this gun didn't require you to fucking take damage for it to be decent. There needs to be... I wonder if there is a synergy with it that just gives it like 4 shots, because it would be an amazing shotgun if you didn't have to be suffering for it to be useful. Alright, let me out. Jesus Christ, Ammo City. And here I am. With no ammo to shofo it. Shit, I'm too far away. Give me some of them loops, man boo. I want. Night! I'll hop into your stream later, Squatch. I'll be there shortly. After I finish this run. Which will probably be like 40 more minutes from now, so not the shortest of Lee things. Yo, I want real loops, not digi-loops. I need you to come to my house and put them in my mouth one loop at a time. Like the ancient Romans had grape feeders. I need a loop feeder. And just slops those loops, dip them right down my little mouth. Oh God. Oh, whoop-a-doomp, boom, boom, boop-a-doomp. I hate this fucking spider. Spiders and jaguars can both go straight into the pits of hell. Hey, we actually made it. And we made it using this gun. Alright, what's this gun called? Gildy Hydro? Nope, nothing. Just 25% if you have gilded bullets. I think it's because spiders suck in general and they look like aliens. Spiders look like an engineered thing. Wow. Glad that happened after I turned in the thing. I don't know why they always suck in video games. I guess because people hate them. So it's easy to push your hate. Yeah, they're cool, but they're fucking terrifying to even watch move. Also, webs? Webs at face level? Super Webs at face level right outside of my back door. It sucks, man. Every time I leave the house, it's fucking web zone. WB Dubois or whatever his name is. Why am I reading chat in the middle of the boss fight? Yo, that sucks. I know that you like them because they're pretty or whatever, but what if that spider had give you a little kiss? Oh, deaf. Right on the lips. Then you had no lips on tomorrow's day. Hmm? Gotta think about that. No, I think, oh man, in general, I'm a fan of spiders. I think that webs getting in my face is like the grossest feeling in the world. It makes me feel like everything is webs for the next entire calendar day. Wow, that was a bad shot. Pompatus bombasticus. Let's do this here. And then luckily we don't have to go to the rat because oops. Alright, we can actually use it on the mouse. It's literally every run these days. It's not literally, but it is almost literally. So that's what, 5? 5. $5 foot log. $5 foot log. Ooh. You guys ever think that, like, how do I phrase this? That everybody is fucking weird. That, like, not everybody, but... So, I was thinking earlier, I was thinking yesterday or something, about how difficult it is to communicate with animals. And that kind of made me think about how difficult it is to communicate with people. Not like, you know, talking to them or whatever. But how, like, fundamentally we all have a picture of the world in our head, and that kind of determines a lot of how we think about a lot of things and stuff like that. But there are no two people that have the same exact view of the world. Everything is kind of a compromise. We all kind of come to agree on certain things. But, like, and I'm not just talking about, like, politics or shit like that. I'm talking about, like, literally, like, looking outside and seeing the weather and being sure that what I'm seeing is the same as what someone else is seeing from 2 houses away or whatever, you know? Like, it's such a personalized experience for everyone that there's no real way of knowing that it doesn't conflict with their experience. I think the most... Okay, we're gonna get the decoy. We're gonna steal a key. Yes, exactly. Like, but I think the most straightforward explanation of what I'm talking about is, like, it's a pretty old thing. Like, what if what I see as blue is actually what you see as purple or orange or something like that? Like, we have no way of knowing that the experience... We have some way of understanding through, like, the mechanics of rods and cones and whatever, and how colors interact and things like that. But what if it's a taught thing that we call whatever I view of as red as, you know, red for me, but that's always been blue for you. I think that cool colors are cool because I associate them with things that turn what I believe red to be. I like that. But it's not even it's not like provable in any way, but that's just a basic and kind of overused example of what I'm talking about. It's... Oh shit, I didn't even realize that I still have my my thing. But it's so weird. I don't know. Like, I have a coworker who absolutely hates the idea of political correctness. He says that, you know, comedians aren't allowed to say anything anymore, and, you know, it's unfair. Like, things used to be funnier because you could just say what you felt and you didn't have to worry about it. And, you know, I grew up a minority, and I got really tired of the number of, like, for me, black comedians were a fucking bummer, because it was always, black people are this way, white people are this way. And I had, like, I was constantly being told that, like, the way that I experienced something was either black or not black. I like, and I fucking hated it. Like, it was the most exhausting thing in the fucking world to always... This is why I can't fucking stand Chris Rock. To always be told that, you know, like, this is what black people are. This is how black people interact with the world. Like, and to me, not using certain words, not focusing on the differences between us is something that, like, I've always understood to be pretty useful because I've wasted so much time, and I think a lot of people have wasted so much time in their lives just feeling different and excluded. But to some people, not being able to say things in the words that they want to use is like infringing on their rights as human beings. Like, not being able to call people fucking awful things is more problematic for them than people feeling like shit for being a minority. Like, and that kind of conflict of perception is something that's really been on my mind a little bit recently. Like, who's in the right here? Is it the person who doesn't want people to be going around using derogatory slurs? Or is it the person who wants to be able to say whatever they want to say? Like, should someone feel bad for calling someone else the N-word or something else horrible? Or should that person not feel bad because they're tired of, you know, that word being used as a weapon against them or whatever? Like, is just such a fucking weird thing that, like, we are forever as people going to have to deal with two people looking at the same thing and taking the exact opposite point of view about it. I don't know. Jackie watched one of those Netflix, like, explained things. Right. Well, once you're calling certain people certain things, you know, it's very easy to think of them fundamentally as the other, and it just spirals out from that. Like, the more you subclassify and subcategorize people as different than you, it's what leads to a fixation on, you know, oh, motherfucker, god damn, that sucks. I can't believe I wasted my key on that. That super duper sucks. That's 6 cards we got now. But we're gonna drop the finish gun. I'm not using the finish gun all the time. We're gonna sell it as soon as we can. But I don't know, like, I think that people do kind of have a point when they talk about how, like, limiting the way they're allowed to speak is a violation of free speech, or is in some way, you know, abusive. Like, who gets to decide what someone else is allowed to say? That's kind of like a social agreement. And why is it that a phrase that used to be acceptable is now offensive? The big thing that they were talking about, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this on stream without it, like, being something flaggable, but, like, they were talking about how the term Negro used to be totally acceptable by the black community, and then it was black, and then it was Afro-American, and then it was African-American, and then it's like person of color, and like etc. and etc. Like, it's this constantly evolving language that has to be used, and people get upset because they're like, I just learned to call you X and now you're offended by it. This is making it difficult for me. And part of me just wants to be like, boo-hoo, learn to use a new term. It's not that difficult. But there's, you know, there really is a part of me that, like, understands the frustration of, like, constantly feeling like what you do might be crossing some line. I think the trick is to just, like, fundamentally treat people with a modicum of respect, And then you're much less likely to run into those issues where you feel like you're doing something wrong. Uh-oh, 360 yes scope. I don't know how to use it. But like it comes from a place of respect. In my Final Fantasy group, there's a member who is trans, and this person asks to be referred to as female, and so I've been calling them female. Other members in the group are like, that's fucking ridiculous. You're asking me to, you know, to call you this. That's not what you were 2 years ago or whatever. And I'm just like, just fucking, what is it taking from you? Like, what is it taking from you to say she? It's a little bit of fucking thinking about it. So what? Just fucking do it. I don't know. I guess for me it's exactly that. Like, if it's harder for you to put in the work of using a different word, oh shit, yeah. This guy is gonna have 2 keys. That's awesome. If you're scared that you might mess up, you need to explain that to the person that you're talking to, and then also explain that like you're working on it, you're not trying to be offensive, but it's something that you're working on, and then there's no fear after that point. Like, that's what I don't get. I feel like the I might say the wrong thing mentality is like, it's either that or just don't try. And of course you should just try. Like, I don't know. I've had a lot of friends and a lot of just people in my life in general who... There's an old adage. I was talking to Jackie about this earlier. Jackie just walked in the room, by the way. Hello!
Yeah, don't say anything about...
About Jackie's. Everybody knows Jackie's are the world's smartest idiot. I love you. But what was it? Oh yeah, there's like this old adage, like, people are like, I'm not racist. I hate everyone equally. They'll use that as an excuse to be like, it's not that I have a problem with minorities or people with different sexual orientations than me. I'm just rude to everyone, and that to them is, that justifies whatever kind of, you know, refusal to adapt they feel is being thrust upon them. And that's a fucking tired-ass excuse that I'm really, whoops, just walked into a bullet. Really getting tired of hearing. It's just, it's essentially, one person said that one time, and then everyone said, that's a pretty easy excuse for not putting in the minimum effort. I think I'll do that too. That way, no matter what shitty thing I say, everyone has to understand that it's because I'm an asshole equally, and they should just accept me as being a rotten prick. I don't know. You gotta watch out for people like that, because it's like, it just means that they can find, without working, a justification for whatever behavior they want to justify. And again, there have been times, like, Jackie and I have a friend that prefers to be referred to as they, and took some work. But, you know, anytime we interacted with them, that's the term we used. We just worked on it, because it's not fucking impossible. It's not the end of the world to do something different. And I don't know, it always comes back to the same thing with me, where I kind of feel like, is it actually like tribalism and hatred, or is it just fucking laziness? Like, I think a lot of it is tribalism and hatred, unfortunately. I think we've seen a lot of that. As being popular and acceptable as of recently. But, oh, we have 2 ways to steal. We always get multiple ways to steal. But it's frustrating, it's disappointing. It's the fact that it's still happening. There's a lot of people tend to think that it's gonna just always happen. That, you know, someone posted on Reddit the other day, is like, I had a social studies teacher that said that we just need to intermingle until everyone's the same shade of, or interbreed. Yeah, a social studies teacher said interfuck. And everyone was like, why did you say it like that? And they said, fuck you, student. Until, you know, everyone's the same shade of gray. That's not going to do it. That's going to be that's such a, like, a weird sideways stopgap measure to suggest that somehow fixes it, whereas just, like, not being racist doesn't fix it. People are going to find
ways to be white.
No, they're going to find ways to, like, distinguish themselves from someone else. Oh, this person's under 6 foot, so they must be from a different genetic heritage. Oh, this person was born on the other side of the hill, so they must be different than me. Like, it doesn't take much digging to find differences between people. And they're going to do that because they're going to compartmentalize, and they're going to want people to be part of their in-group and other people to be part of their out-group, or not part of their in-group. Like, if that's your solution, then you're not actually solving the problem. Pee-pee hands. You need to wash those pee-pee hands.
I've got the hunger of
1,000 bungers. Wash those filthy pee-pee hands if you want to have some friends. I want to steal the lowercase r for no reason. I think that gives me 2 curse. 1, 2. Wash those filthy pee-pee hands if you want to have some friends. It's my new theme song. Oh, my shoulder. My under the shoulder holder. You know how some people call a bra an over the shoulder boulder holder? In my head,
no.
You never heard that?
No, I have.
Bet you haven't. Hey, can I please get this key? Thank you. River sand. You were so big on river sand for a little while, Ro. The fineness. Was it the fineness or the coarseness that you were all about?
What's this?
Some sort of cat suckling. Oh, it's a bunghole. Gross. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Making concrete. So if we get another key, we can not fight the mimics, but that's neither him nor them.
No, people need fingers.
It's not about need, Jackie. It's about desire. Our cat has a hankering for some fangering. Yeah, that was really good. Yeah, it was. Oh, so when you say it is cool.
I don't think it's cool. That was really bad.
Oh, well.
I just wanted to try it. See if I said maybe something really cool.
By the way, I want everyone to know that I have a great pride in my wife in fully beating a video game recently. Except for the New Game Plus stuff, but
Hey. Oh, do you want to know what happened?
what?
I was just like kind of playing around in it, and then there was like a thing that said like, make the boy trip in the puddle or something.
Mm-hmm.
And just like for fun, I chased the boy over to the river
Mm-hmm.
and untied his shoes and made him fall and drop his glasses in the river, and now he can't find them. So he's stuck.
Oh
there.
no.
Yeah.
That
He's
seems
stuck in the river. He's never gonna find them.
that sucks.
So now I can't finish the like post-game challenges. I tried everything to I tried to find his glasses for him. I don't know.
One other thing.
But I don't think I can get them out.
That sucks. Yeah, she played through Goose Game.
And I loved it.
She loved it so much
Loved
that she
it.
sounded like Oprah for a little bit. Oop. Jackie, come on. I'm like streaming here. Oof. Oof. Me? I'm a big dude.
What?
I'm a big dude and also regular. My mom said I was regular. So I should probably stream Goosey G.
Oh my god, I would totally watch you doing that.
Goosey G? What if Goosey G was Kenny G's alter ego? His like fursona?
His persona.
Mm-hmm.
We still have no fur, Lieutenant Dan.
Well, you know what I mean. His
Lieutenant Dan!
bird sona.
Lieutenant Dan!
What do you guys think about that? Goosey G being Kenny G's fursona? Feathersona? A junk. You're really lighting up the conversation. Kyle. Yes. There's a Comedy Bang Bang character who's a playoff of Kenny G called Barry R. And I can't remember who actually plays him. Whoops. Well, that was not what I meant to do. Can you not be a dick and have your room locked off and invisible? Fucking king. King Dingaling. I thought UGG was like a shoe that was popular in the early 2000s by like 14-year-old girls and also their moms trying to be cool. Ooh. It was really fun watching Jackie play Untitled Goose Game, though. Hey, flight is all right. Flight is all riot. Ooh. Okay, so the Gilded Hydra is a shitload of damage if you get it the old college reload. Yeah, plenty of time to pull it off, too. Huh. Wait, there's no second wave. These guys just come forever on this first wave. Doesn't boot mean trunk in Australian? The Tesla has a front trunk, and in the United States, the popular euphemism for it is the frunk. In England and Australia, they call it the front boot or the fruit. Ow. Good news, Shunka. I have one. I'm gonna be wearing it pretty soon. I'm excited about that little bit of business. The Fruit Loop. I hunger for a loop. You shouldn't have said it. You should have just said, "Geez, oh Pete, oh Lord, I hope she done it. She do not does it. She didn't do it." Oh, I could have probably stolen from that key guy. But I think I got everything from him, right? This is 1 in 12 is the answer to your question, by the way. No, actually 1 in 11. Goose night, Kyle. Have a goose dream. I'm replacing the word good with the word goose. If you can't understand what's going on here in these parts, in this neck of the woods. 2 6s? On 2 6-sided die? I don't understand. That was just the total number. There are 12 dice. Or there are 12 numbers. I don't know. I don't know statistics or probability. So you're probably right here. But I wouldn't know because of the probability. Oof. Get this one done. Nah. There are only 12 numbers she could roll, right? I gotta close my door. Oof. I guess I don't understand, because you say what's the chance that she'll roll? There's only one way to get 12, right? Okay, so what's the chance that she'll get a 5 and a 2 is exactly 1 in 36? But, okay, I guess I kind of understand it, but I think I would need it more explained. I guess it's not just the number, it's the need for them to be specific numbers. It's different than saying, what's the chance she'll roll a 7, because there's different ways to get 7. What's this little lady have over here? Well, shit on a dick. But the only way to roll 12 is... Yeah, if it was a single 12-sided die, I guess, would be the difference. Yellow chamber's 2. 1, 2. Stealing is 2. Is 1. So we can't do anything else unless we want Jambo Wambos up into the slam bow. Boom, boom. Yeah, that totally makes sense. Because, again, I think I understand it now with the thought of it would be differently with a 12-sided die than with two 6-sided die. No, it makes more sense when you think about it that way. I think I just needed to conceptualize the difference between it just being the number 12 and two distinct things. Hey, we got the good guy on our team. Let's see if he actually hits anybody. Fucking of course not. He's gonna stand right on him so that his blade bullets completely and scrotally miss. Where's this other fucking ghost? Kill him! Oh, charmed enemies are the least accurate enemies in the game. Oh, I don't really need this key, so we're not going to be blanking for it. What's the chance you roll a 1? With two 6-sided dice. Dices. Dices. No, thanky. I like math. It's just for me. Math was always one of those things that I had to warm my brain up to each time, which is, you know, it's something that I'm disappointed about myself. It's something that I have to translate my thinking into, and I wish it weren't. I wish I weren't that kind of like dumb about it. That I need to treat it like it's a new language. Because math is such a fundamental part of existence. Ow! Dang, all these guns fucking reload too fast for me to boost them. Nice. Wait. Oh yeah. You want to be in a... Wait. 100th percentile, that means you're in a league on your own. Wouldn't you have to be in the 99th? Are you making a joke at my dumb expense? Because I promise you, it's working. See what you got. Oh, shit, dog. We gotta work this one quick. I bet your mom's really happy about that. Why are you acting like your mom hates on your success? You probably come from a real loving family. You nerd. You didn't grow up in a broken home. Fucking nerd. Anyway, good night. Fat her? Is it like Ben-Hur's? Fat mother? Good night, Kyle. I missed you, my boy. Now, I know that the secret of the Evolver gun is that you don't have to actually use it. It can evolve in the background. It doesn't even need to know that you exist. But the other secret is, kiss my ass, it gets free ammo. And don't forget to give me back my black t-shirt. What band is that? Ben Folds 5. Yeah, all of my computer-related knowledge is... Can I look it up on Google? Thank God. Oh, I can. Thank the Lord. What guns do I have? There's some things that I hate that I don't know how to do in MS Paint. Like, I don't know how to turn something at a 45-degree angle in MS Paint. That's why I use GIMP. Oh wait, that was dumb. Yeah, GIMP took me a long time to learn. I don't think I know, I'm not like an expert at it, but as I'm learning it more and more, I'm loving it more and more. I don't want to pay for a fucking subscription to Photoshop that could be removed from me at any time. I think some nation just got that, like, Adobe revoked the rights to all of the users or something. I can't remember what it was because of some controversy. They basically said, like, hey, you guys have been subscribing to this program, but, like, we're tired of you having it because of some disagreement with your government or something. I can't remember what it is at all. And so we're going to strip you of those rights of access. So yeah, I pretty much adore open source for that particular reason. Or just something I can purchase, you know. I'm okay with buying a thing. That's why I bought Power Director instead of getting... There's some better video editing software out there. What do I want to use? Let's try these two. Wait, I'm supposed to be doing this stuff. Damn it. Damn it. Ooh. You have to get really close with Chaos Bullets, huh? Heh. Oh, fuck. Wow, that was almost dumb. I mean, it was dumb. The way I would do resizes in MS Paint, or most stuff in MS Paint, is copy the whole thing, start a new file if I do, like, anything that's tricky. Layering stuff was way more work, and is, like, in my opinion, the main reason to use a Photoshop-esque program, is having different versions of the image or different things like that on different layers. It's way too obnoxious. Ooh. Oh boy. Let's just get that done, shall we? Oh boy, let's see if we can take this guy out. Ah, well, kind of. Oh my god, it's so fucking hard to aim that without mouse and keyboard. Oh. That is one skill that I wish I had, because you can one-shot a boss using 360 S-scope. You can one-shot any boss in the game using 360 S-scope, I believe. Since it's like a limitless increase. What do you mean make layers work? You just have multiple layers of whatever it is. Is there somebody still up there? Next room's getting a nice, big, sloppy bracket key to the face. Well, at least on the version of GIMP that I'm using, there's transparency auto-selected. When you make a new layer, you can just right-click and add a new layer, and then it adds... You can just pick either white, black, or transparent background. Nothing more than that. I'll show you after this. Whoops. I beat on the brat with a baseball bat. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh ho. Oh. What do you mean the image import? Like the image you're bringing in? Then you just like crop it out, put it on a new layer. I can show you different things of what I... Do you mean like copying and pasting a new thing in? Because that was something that was a little weird to me until I kind of figured it out. You can reload this. I didn't know that. How come I can't reload it now? Weird. I think you just need to add an alpha layer. I think it might be the only thing that you're missing. If I understand. Whoa, that was fucking horrible timing on my part. To use that big fucking flash. Something gave me some coolness at some point. Oh, it's Shade's revolver. That was the cherriest of Lich fights. Holy shit. Puts us at 177 with an Old King Claws. I don't remember getting an Old King Claws on that. Ow, that hurts. Alright, Rojo, I'll show you what I know about layers and transparencies and stuff. I'm not an expert. Yeah, I got an Old King Flawless. I got a Lead God and I got a Lich Flawless. That's why all the Old Kings over there getting exploded. That's what FOK stands for. Flawless Old King. Little exploding guy. All these animations were made in GIMP. That's why they're so perfect.